head out with, let's say, we'll just fill up the hold. 7 crates. That should be more than enough. Alright. We've repaired. We got a new gun. We have more fuel than that. We have 24 fuel because it just doesn't update as much. We have 7 supplies. Our terror is quite low. I think we're ready to head out. Okay. The brisk campaigner collapses. One moment she's lecturing an apologetic sailor on personal hygiene. The next, she's stretched full length on the deck. By the time you reach her, she's regaining consciousness. You are indisposed. I wonder. Ask her if she's been to the Elder Continent. Hint at what might be wrong. You have suspicions. Yes, it's called animescence. In the Elder Continent, there's a flame that burns souls. My soul caught a light. It only smolders. Souls burn long and slow. But long before it is consumed, it will sizzle my brain and bake my heart. No, it's not dangerous to anyone else. Until I die. You should give my body to the sea when that happens. Yes, there is a little danger. I apologize, deeply. I should have told you, but I have been selfish. But you might have refused my service, and I hope still that there are things out on the sea that will save me. What do you need? Her circumstances are desperate. Her deception is easily forgiven. If I swear to you, no matter what happens next, I will keep no other secrets from you. She pauses to think. No secrets of my own. I am a doctor yet. You have my deepest thanks, my very deepest. May we adjourn to your cabin to discuss the matter in private. I have an idea, but I'm going to need flesh from chillier kingdoms. Soulless fruit from the melting isles where the mangrove college lies. And yes, more butter salt. I regret that it is not cheap. Okay, you only need 1 of each, though. Now, the strange catch I could get at IRM. The Dussel Blimmigan is the one that's throwing me, but I will try. First stop, polythyrene. And we'll probably visit the Shepherd Isles and Mew Island along the way. Then we are going to head south, probably via Nuncio. Because I want to get down here and see what else is there. If we can find a Dussel Blimmigan, then I'll focus more on finding the other things that we need for the brisk campaigner. But if we can't find the Dussel Blimmigan, getting the other 3 things is kind of pointless. Unfortunately, you don't get any kind of reward for nearly completing the objective in this game. On one hand, I'm enjoying playing. On the other, I know my voice is getting worse the longer that I do this. I am, like, drowning in congestion right now, and I'm just trying to not make horrible noises when I talk, but I know I'm not entirely succeeding. Oh yeah, that does a lot more damage. Yeah, the minimum damage on that is more than what our maximum damage was before. Okay, they do in fact have a gun. They don't just fire. Destroyed the unfinished pirates. Fragments of clay are littered across the deck. They crunch underfoot like pot shards. Unfinished men do not surrender. Collect the Cherryman's cargo. A great temple has been wounded. It will be years in the dying. It groans and shivers, and the claymen avoid the place out of fear and respect. But you meet one of their number in the shattered chamber where the altar once stood. What souls are these? The clayman swallows the coins in handsfuls, for safety, not out of appetite, you assume, and hands you a crate of whispering souls. Human? The souls back home are all but silent. Perhaps these are the souls of chairs, hats, swords. That's polythyrene for you. No. Ooh, okay. That's a creature that has a ranged attack that thankfully missed. It might have killed us at this point. Yeah, we'll try to. Your crew watch from the observation deck as you reach for the skeleton, speared like a hooked fish. Your mind fills with song, solemn, echoey, watery faltering, like the last notes of a baritone drowning in his bath. You know you will never see that place where you sang of your shameful disgrace. Your crew reel you back inside and pry the skull from your hands, gradually your ears empty of song. Okay, an intriguing snippet and a lamentable relic. And there's a ship moving there, and I don't want to deal with that, so we're going this way now. Okay, we're gonna have to surface eventually due to lack of oxygen, so we may as well surface here because it looks like there might be some stuff around us on the surface that might be worth looking at. Okay. This thing is, most of the time, this thing is like more over here. Like, I think this is the furthest out I've ever seen it. Udder Shroom, the queenly core of this spore-haunted sea. Climb the fungal fiber ladders to its summit. Shaggy, suspicious villagers scratch a living here, amidst endless clouds of spores and scurrying mobs of plant-animal hybrids. None of them ever leave. Monsters, one explains darkly. Z full of monsters. Okay, we're gonna give the severe chemist the jar full of tether. Brought all the way from Rack, the chemist promised you a handsome reward. I don't remember this, but okay. He smiles at you over his teacup. He does not drink. I commend you. Several other interesting adventures wilted and died before you in this endeavor. He hands you a check, drains his cup in a gulp, and is soon on his own ship. Encourage your Blimmigan Gallivanter to explore. It might feel a kinship with this place. It's certainly very much for me. Unaccustomed silence. Your ever-present Blimmigan is, for once, nowhere to be seen. The engine room is quiet. Your maps are exactly as you left them, not one defaced or crumpled into a ball. Finally, you spot the tip of a tendril poking out from under a pile of unwashed clothing. Your Blimmigan indicates that under no circumstance whatsoever will it be emerging. What could be so bad about the Udder Shroom? Did the other mushrooms bully it? Report. The villagers live a shabby but sufficient life. The Udder Shroom provides. They are secretive, taciturn, incurious. Ships rarely visit. Trade honey. Honey, a shroomer explains. Everyone wants honey. Life on the Udder Shroom is unvarying and occasionally deadly poisonous. The shroomers are desperate for the diversion that prisoners' honey can bring, but vague about what they can pay in return. Supplies, though, at least. Okay. Blimmigans. The shroomers pile up slabs of sweet mauve shroom flesh. It's nourishing, although it does taste rather like muddy horse. They also generously throw in a Blimmigan, a whistling, eyeless, mobile fungus thing. Problems? Throw it in C. No room? Throw it in sea, she shrugs. Probably it'd swim. If not, plenty of room in sea. Oh, we have a docile Blimmigan! Okay, we can go get the strange catch from Irem. And solace fruit from Mangrove College. And what was the other thing? Muter salt. Okay, we'll have to head up and pay a bunch of Z stories for that in Wither, but we can do it. Alright, well, we'll get that sorted. There it is. Estival. Estival. Sun. A great beam of sunlight bathes the island. Squint into the dazzle. Far above, there's a hole in the roof. In that light, you see beaches of white gold sand, trees heavy with bright fruit, the reds and blues and greens of the surface. Investigate the ruins. There was some sort of installation here, in what looks like a handsome country house. Who was here, and what happened to them? Gather supplies, go beachcombing, put a Blimmigan ashore. We're gonna keep the Blimmigan for now, because we need it. Compile a report before we do anything else. A burning after image. Your eyes water, the pages blur. The report is one of joy-filled complaint. Estival has a beauty too bright to be appreciated, but perhaps the Admiralty can find something of use. Let's investigate the ruins. There was some sort of installation here, and what looks like a handsome country house. Who was here, and what happened to them? Red birds singing, a garden overgrown with berry bushes, a wooden trestle table set for a meal, chairs strewn with bones, a half-dozen skeletons. A red-breasted bird perches on a grinning cranium. It cocks an eye at you and bursts into song, a liquid trilling sound. It seems unperturbed as you approach to poke through the bones. No signs of violence, no fire, no bullets, no bites. These people died peacefully, sitting down to breakfast, as the surface sunlight spilled over them. Sunlight can kill at any time. The longer you remain here, the more danger you're in. So why did they stay? Perhaps they stayed because Estival is as beautiful as anywhere in the Neath, and 10 times as generous. It's a fine place for a colony. You could found your own pocket kingdom, if you could do something about the sun. But what? What has power over sunlight? What makes the impossible possible? Okay, we're gonna gather supplies. 10 supplies. 10! Breadfruit, sugarcane, coconut, soft-shelled crabs, and plump birds. Too stupid to know a hungry sailor from a tree. Estival is ripe with treasures unknown in the Neath. Fill your hold. We very nearly did. Now, of course, fuel is, potentially a problem out this far. We get down to 10 barrels, and I'm going to start thinking where we need to go to get more, because... yeah, it can be a problem faster than you'd think. And we're going to fill a mirror catch box. This may increase your wounds. We don't have any wounds. You need 3 wounds to kill you, so if we end up getting 1, we should be okay. And we did, so we're not going to fill the second one right now. I don't want to be running around potentially with 2 wounds when we have to go all the way back to London, usually, to heal them. We don't have any coffee to heal up at Irem. So, yeah, we'd have to go all the way back to London. So, yeah, we're gonna just hang on to it. You fill the box successfully, but the sunlight has lit a fire in your bones. You struggle back to the ship and wait while the fever subsides. Be wary. This is true sunlight, and it can be unpredictable death to those who've spent too long here below. Now, as for selling that... and this is where we are. Uttershroom here, Estival here. It's south of the Empire of Hands. We kind of just cut a little path while we were exploring and found it. So as far as selling the sunlight, we could try to sell it at the Isle of Cats, but with our amount of veils, I don't know how likely we are to pull that one off. We could also, I think you can try to sell it in London, but that can also go really badly. I think our best bet would be to just stop by Gator's Morn and sell it. It cost us $250 to get the mirror catch box, so the profit would probably be very slim, but we can try it. See if it's worth doing. I mean, 10 supplies out here, you know, that's pretty good. We're going to go towards Adam's Way. That should cut another path to explore, and it'll head us back towards the Iron Republic, which is where we're going to need to go for fuel. So I think we're going to start doing that now. As much as I'd love to keep exploring out here, we don't want to just run out of fuel and die. Again, it's a very embarrassing death. Oh, 600 health. No. No, 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 no. You get to just do whatever you want to do, because I can pretty much guarantee that thing would do probably 36 or more damage in one hit. And yeah, we might be able to dodge all the hits. Maybe if we had a better engine. If we had a better engine and we were moving quicker, I'd feel more confident in dodging, or if we had a butt gun, or if we just had a ship that had more hull. But as it stands, no. That is a Khanate war vessel. I'd really rather not piss off the Khanate any further than I already have. That being said, why is a Khanate war vessel out here? As well go back down. Yeah, it seems like we're moving away from the enemies, and that's great, but again, Hideaway might be out here. So now that we've been on the surface for a bit, we should probably at least check. Okay, you don your diving gear. The hull door opens with a disquieting crunch. A crewman stops to pick up bits of skull from his boot. Inside the wreck, bones haunt every surface. Each bone has been split and hollowed out, so that both inside and out could be inscribed. Some of the bones are dated, the first in each skeleton. It appears the crew were chosen for scrivening one at a time. There's something legible on the right ulnar of an otherwise unmarked skeleton. Scrimshander. Okay, 2 lamentable relics and... no.